Pinhead Gunpowder returned with their second album or fifth or sixth album called UNT. Whatever that means. You better be telling me what it means in the comments because I'm here to review the album. UNT. The title track is 3 minutes exactly of almost grimy but super polished punk rock. And oh my goodness, Billie Joe mentions saviors. So cool. And in that peppy punk rock shreddage style, Billie Joe, Jilly Bo, and friends sing about taking charge of your own life and making a positive difference in the world around you in which you live in. It's not jaded or cynical in any way, and it's absolute A-tier ginhead pun counter rockage. I really like it. And this is really cool. So I was the very first person to like the YouTube video of Difficult But Not Impossible. Yes, I am going down in history, baby. Woohoo! Wason Jite takes the lead microphone. Jason White takes the lead microphone on this one with its acronym Acrimony, and I really need more Jason White singing in my life. Not in Big Cats, though. Big Cat sucks. Billie Joe Armstrong, of some kind of other band fame, joins in on the DIY feels as they trade lines with one another. Canada, overcoming challenges, chicanery, a bunch of C words, and an unt. This song also answers the question, why Pinhead Gunpowder formed. Difficult but not impossible. So that is an added bonus when listening to this 5 out of 5 album cut. It's a very good album cut. I like it a lot. The next song is called Scum of the Earths. And it takes a simple wall of guitar aesthetic, that kind of Pinhead Gunpowder sound, and turns it a bit on its side with some different styles bleeding out through the guitar amplifiers. Scum feels like it's more authentic than any lo-fi punk band you've ever heard. It's really just genuine, in-your-face rock and roll. It's 1 minute and 51 seconds of pure musical power. It's joyous, triumphant, crying to the heavens kind of music. And so far, this album, UNT, it's kind of blowing my stacks like Weezer B-sides, but if you flipped it over onto its A-side, and but I know what I'm talking about here, people. I am an American! Investing in finance is, investing in finance was, it was an ad on YouTube, so never mind that. Oh God. And Nevermind was a Nirvana album. Nevermind! Oh my! Oh my. Oh my is the next song on this stupid Pinhead Gunpowder record. And I was the second person to like this song on YouTube. In second or third place, it only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades. Fuck! Oh, God. It doesn't matter. Because Jason White takes this song into territory covered by his project California, which is a little bit more mellow than Pinhead Gunpowder, but with Jilly Bo backing up the screams and the backing vocals on this one, it has just enough of the punk attitude for those who care about that kind of thing. You shouldn't care about anything, or you should. You should care about it, because that is punk rock. Oh my! Oh my! It brings in kind of a southern rock kind of act sound and finishes with some acapella vocals that send chills down my spine, like the Rocky Horror Picture Show. Oh my. Lions and Tigers. William Schittner. Jilly Bo Leg Week. Oh God, I'm going blind. Riffs, guitar riffs do get recycled a little bit on this record, particularly on Nothing Ever Happens, which sounds a heck of a lot like the title track, Unt. And it's like Unt, and Green Day had a baby, like a Beetlejuice baby. But already I'm telling that I'm going to still get more enjoyment out of this song than Beetlejuice ever will give me in life. Because you shouldn't have waited so long to make the sequel. Sometimes bands take a break, and when they come back, they aren't as good. But Pinhead Gunpowder, they've kept themselves sharp and busy somehow through the years. I'm guessing these guys like play in other bands or something. It sounds very much like Green Day, but with weird and wily guitar twiggies and drums absolutely getting pounded into oblivion by one Aaron Cometbus. So yeah, nothing ever happens. Stuff happens on that song. The next song is called Draw It In. We gotta draw it in. And this one could fit on some, like, an alternative version of Uno by Green Day. Wait, was it The Network or Green Day? Yeah, Draw It In is like, it comes from a really rough mix of Uno. Maybe a little, not as rough as Demolicious, maybe somewhere in that range. And this is a really kick-ass thing to exist. That's what I have to say about Draw It In. And Shine is the next track. And it's been making its way around YouTube and the Reddits for some time. And it's a huge poppy bop, which is a compliment. I love it. When these punks scream about your eyes and the title track, oh man, the title of the track. One of the most beautiful melody or lyrical harmonies I've heard ever in Space and Time or Coffee. And before we get to the score of this record, like I'm doing a score out of 5, if you don't know, I will just say this. Just this far into the record, I already know this is going to be in my year-end list for 2024. It's going to be high up there. This album is going to be high up there. I am anticipating the new Linkin Park album being pretty high up there too. We'll see. We'll see though. We'll see. The punk rock is going to come out on top though. Believe me, you. Believe you two. Don't believe you two. Believe me, you two. Have you guys ever heard of a country called Canada? Anyway, Pinhead Gunpowder keeps singing about it on a lot of these tracks. And whatever it is, Hola Canada will no doubt anger a particular flavor of Green Day fans. But Powder fans are cooler than Green Day fans. They're more hip, they're more Canadian, so they will get it. They'll get the joke and they'll be fine with it. It's not a joke. Another fun bop. Oh my. Mumbles, for me, I usually don't like mumble rap, but Mumbles is a highlight amongst an album built of them. And coffee dissing aside, this is a spectacular pop punk song with a little bit of unique flavor in the mix. It's not like grilled coffee grinds because your power's been out for 2 weeks. Hurricane Helene! I hate you. I love you at the same time. I don't love Hurricane. They're not wet. Not sexy. Unt! Unt is a record purely made out of artistic freedom and the want to do so. Over on 1234gorecords.com, the band, they talk about Pinhead Gunpowder and how they've been playing since 1990, mostly to themselves, just because. They've been playing music just to play music and writing music just to write music. And if you've ever done anything creative, you know exactly how empowering the act of creation can be. So this time, the time was right for them to release a new album, and UNT was born. 14 tracks were created with no pressure being on anyone involved. There doesn't have to be a big ballad. There's no pressure from anyone. Although there doesn't have to be a big ballad, Shine nearly fills that position with its saccharine and soothing harmonies. There doesn't have to be anything even remotely radio friendly, and there really is not. I imagine that this is what a lot of old school Green Day fans want Green Day to sound like on their big projects, their big releases. But the pressure and the Green Day machine, can stop for no man. And that's fine. That's Billy, Mike, and Trey. They wanted to be mega rock stars, and they achieved it. But with Jason and Aaron and other Billy, Billy has achieved something to balance what he has in Green Day. It's a self-sustained, tried and true, real punk band. And UNT, or ant. Unt. This is such an unnatural word. It's creative. That's what it is. I was getting mad at Pinhead Gunpowder. I was like, why did they call it UNT? UNT. But UNT has earned a very high spot already, just after a few listens, for like best of 2024 a list. It's definitely going to be way up near the top. As this little beast of a record is, it's a perfect 5 out of 5. And I am so excited for what the future holds for Pinhead Gunpowder, just as much as or even more than I am excited for the future of Green Day. And since I am so punk rock, you can see that I'm punk rock because I'm wearing a coffee t-shirt and a battle vest. Gosh, poop it. I am now selling abstract paintings, paintings that I've painted on hoodies and t-shirts. So check those out below or wherever. If you're upside down, it might be up there. And I love you so much. Please marry me right now, but not legally.